All right, I'm going to go through the answers to the adjective and adverb quiz, starting with the white car is destroyed. And so here we have white, and that should be an adjective. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put the adjectives in red and then put the adverbs like in blue so you can see the difference. The alarm rang obnoxiously the other night, and so we have obnoxiously would go in red here because that is an adjective. I'm sorry, that's not right. It goes in blue because that's an adverb describing how the alarm rang. It describes how the alarm rang. Now, the other thing on there, and I didn't count some of the adjectives that we haven't, adjectives or adverbs, we haven't quite discussed them yet, that I understand that you missed them. Other would actually be an adjective here. Now, if you missed that on the quiz, I did not count that wrong, but that would technically be an adjective too. Spend your money wisely. We have wisely, that's going to tell us how to spend our money, so that's an adverb. After surgery, Lu Chan stretched his muscles slowly and painfully. So here we have Lu Chan stretching his muscles. Now how did he stretch them? Slowly and painfully. So slowly and painfully would be our adverbs. Now and shouldn't be in blue, but slowly and painfully would be. The expensive project, quite a few people missed right here. They missed expensive, and I did count that wrong if you missed expensive. That's an adjective describing the project. What I did not count wrong is if you missed finished. But technically, with everything else going on in the sentence, I just said, you know what, if they missed finished, I won't count it wrong. But finished would be an adjective. There would be a predicate adjective because the project is, what is the project? Finished. Now, finally and completely would be adverbs telling us how finished the project is. So we would give them the blue, and of course I did count that against you if you missed that. I am terribly confused about this school schedule. You are confused. How confused are you? Terribly. So terribly is an adverb. And the school schedule. School is describing the schedule, and so that is an adjective. Mark that. The sun shone brightly through the thin haze. Brightly describes how the sun shone. So brightly would be an adverb. It's describing the verb shown. A lot of people missed this one right here, and I counted this one wrong. You should identify this. What kind of a haze was it? It was a thin haze. A thin haze. The last person, last describes the person. So you would have that as an adjective. Answer the questions correctly. How did they answer? Correctly. So correctly would be an adverb. Tom threw the ball fast and hard. Fast and hard tells us how Tom threw the ball, which would make them adverbs because it's how he threw. Moving on, the awesome goalie defended forcefully but gracefully. A lot of people were able to get forcefully and gracefully as our adverbs, but a lot of people did miss awesome, the awesome goalie. So that describes goalie, making it an adjective describing goalie. The electric scooter, electric describes scooter. And scooter's a noun, so that's an adjective that goes in red. How did it move? It moved quickly down the street, and so quickly is our adverb. Number 12, in the hallway, excited students screamed really loud. Excited describes the students. That would make excited an adjective. And then how did they scream? They screamed loud. So loud is an adverb, but then really describes loud. Few people missed really on there telling us how, to what extent they screamed, which was really loud. So that should have been marked an adverb too. Number 13, the blue moth fluttered silently in the air. Blue describes moth. That's an adjective. So we're going to put the word blue in red because it's an adjective. How did it flutter? Silently. So silently we'll get the adverb distinction there. The Yankees celebrated joyfully. And so joyfully is going to go in blue. And then after being their upset opponent, few people missed upset right here. Upset is an adjective describing the opponent. The car is quite filthy. Filthy, a lot of people were able to get filthy, which would be an adjective describing the car. But then they missed quite. Quite would become an adverb telling us how filthy it was. It was quite filthy. My last job was amazing. Last describes job. That is an adjective. And amazing would also be an adjective because it's a predicate adjective. Okay, the slow runner. Slow is an adjective. Ran faster at the carnival. Faster tells us how he ran, so that is an adverb. I had quite a few people put adjective for that. I think they were connecting runner to faster, but it's telling us how he ran, so it's still an adverb. And then, of course, my blue book needs tape. Again, with the word blue, I'm going to go ahead and put that in red, though, because it's an adjective, because it describes book. The teacher politely asked the class to be quiet. Politely tells us how the teacher asked, and so politely is going to go ahead and go in blue because it's an adverb. And then finally, the humbled athlete spoke gracefully about his defeat. Humbled describes the athlete, so that's an adjective. And then gracefully tells us how he spoke, so that is an adverb. Go ahead and mark that blue. Okay, and those are the ones I was looking at mainly. I said there's a couple in there that you'll learn. Could be adjectives in the future, but I wasn't concerned about those so much. Those are the ones I really wanted you to have, and those are your answers.